Counter-terrorists win.
NRG and Machine bringing you the pistol. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Does seem like NRG getting their fair share of credit, but they are up against the very best. And already getting this round underway with NRG bringing the fight to them on the T side, up through mid.
Yeah, great map for this one to go down as well. We will be seeing things kick off on Dust 2 in emphatic fashion as Nitro swings out of the B bomb site, takes 2 players down with him. He allows them to have control of the site, but not for long. The bomb is absolutely denied there. It's just up the circuit. He's fighting for everything he's got, and that's quite a lot apparently. The P250 doing great work, but it's 4 kills in total for the in-game leader Nitro. That shot through the smoke, Alex, that couldn't have been more perfect.
Profound aggression shown by Nitro in the pistol. The fact that he knows he's losing the B site and takes the fight outside, huge from him, and the connection through the smoke is just the final nail in the coffin of NRG's pistol.
Yeah, they go for that fast B split as the Leafs open things up, but it looked like they got decent real estate on the map there. Unfortunately for the NRG boys, Nitro lights them up. As we get into the second round, they are going to force buy back themselves. Even with the lack of the plan, they get 1 Galil, 4 pistols, decent amount of utility, but it's going to be a massive advantage overall for the Liquid boys. Double scouts here, Naf and Stewie2K, quite a scary prospect. They've got a couple of smokes remaining. Plenty of flashbangs in terms of map control. NRG focusing towards the lower B position, maybe with a view to get towards short eventually. Bombs top and middle for now, and we got Breezy with that rifle watching those long doors.
NRG clearly have a game plan and no friction in their setup. It'll be a 4-1 split, just having Breezy later rifle on long. Henry, we talked about that so much last time we saw NRG's does too.
He's always there, ready and waiting. His timing is sensational at times as well, because you know he's coming, you're just never quite sure as to when. He'll have the rifle, remember. He's looking to backstab his teammates, can get the bomb down towards short. They can drop players down towards the spawn position. Breezy starts to probe now with the in-game leader Stanislaw. He's got the P250. His twist to defend, not the most ideal weapon for the job here, but they have got that set up towards A. Elige will be baited in towards Goose. It's up to Nafly to get that attention towards the A ramp.
This could get difficult. The fact that they brought 2 scouts into the round, it's going to be difficult for retaking and holding. He's only got the USP, and that smoke's not bad, actually. Tarek finds the gap and punishes it. Now upgrades himself, and Breezy, we told you he'd arrive. It's a late arrival, but again, he profits. And NRG, they saw this one coming. Perhaps they're the prophets. They do have 4 still standing as that bomb goes down.
Nigel will have to save the M4 here. It was Twist that was segregated towards that pit position. His teammates, so much pressure toward him as Elige. They got dropped without the crossfire really coming into play there. I feel like Nafly maybe had to be slightly more aggressive, try and get some shots off. He was smoked out, flashed off. NRG get closer and closer. The 1 dig started to be delivered, as the analyst said. I totally agree. NRG are right up there in terms of individual skill. Like, they are a scary team. They can go toe-to-toe with the likes of Liquid, as Nitro will hold on to the M4s on a P250. It's almost certain they'll force buy back in response, because even next round with a full eco, they wouldn't be able to buy regardless. They might as well see what they can do with Scouts, Deagles once again. As we head into round number 3, things are starting to spice up now. It's 1-1 overall, and we'll see the buys coming on either side. You can see a Krieg for Breezy, UMP for Tarek, Cirque with the Scout. Decent spawn for long as well on the T side. No one going to be taking at the very start. Cirque, oof, in position. Luckily not too much damage to the Scout when you shoot your teammates with that, but it will hurt the opposition when you get them in the head through the door, Alex. That's a good recovery.
Yeah, that's a beautiful recovery. Completely undaunted by the fact that he just put a bullet into the elbow of his leader. Breezy takes another shot, takes it ahead. Twists. He wanted to try and level the odds early, but it cost him a great deal of his health. We were saying constantly how little we're seeing frags through the doors, and Breezy makes that one look easy.
He does. Look at the damage done as well. CTs just have nothing in this round. And Nafly, Twist, both hovering around 30 HP. They have a decoy and a flash remaining. There is a kit, however. Nitro still with the M4. Not an impossible round, but looking very unlikely. Very calm and controlled here from NRG as they reposition, juggle the weapons around. It's going to be Cirque, just confirming that middle is clear. Elige will have to scout towards that position, looking to find the head, and he will deliver. That's a great shot.
Yeah, they can push on it, and Elige has actually connected another one in the meantime, though. Short is taken by NRG. They don't have the bomb.
Yeah, Elige has. but they have smokes and flashes. There shouldn't be too much of an issue here.
He's got Nitro to back him up. Stan, he's trying to be stealthy, but another opportunity for Elige, and this time he gets away with it. Scar free. Nitro ready and willing to challenge Ethan, and now the M4 on the battlefield. Elige will have a chance to upgrade.
Well,
bomb now down.
It says crisis averted there. Stan was convinced there was clear territory toward that short position. Luckily for him, Elige finally missed a shot after hitting 2 bangers towards the top and middle. One through the door, one cleanly to the head, and looking to save the scout. As we mentioned, even if they force sport, they would still be onto an eco into that next round. They'll have a scout and a deagle. Elige can drop that. He's actually got the M4 now. Could hear those footsteps towards C-spawn, so Ethan presumably done for. There it is.
Not bad at all. Making the most of a bad situation. A fantastic double from him. The triple, of course, coming once the round was lost.
There it is. A couple of kills for Elige. Gets the third at the end. Holds on to the M4, but it will be a 2-1 lead for NRG. And the rest of the Team Liquid boys cannot really justify much more than Deagles. P250s, no armor, no nades. 2 flashes for Elige.
So this is where you expect to see like an SMG bought, not necessarily because of economy, but because of pursuing the grand scheme of things. You can see NRG perhaps pull out, oh yeah, an MP9.
Yeah,
that's the one.
They'll be absolutely fine with that. They know they're up against pistols, no armor here. It's quite obvious as to where the economy sits to Liquid, and Elige are now aggressive towards short, trying to crack open one of the skulls of the NRG players towards top and middle, but they've got long control here. Ethan and Breezy watching that calmly. You can see a very passive setup here. We have Tarek outside towards T-spawn, looking for anyone pushing towards those tunnels as Cirque confirms presence towards short here. They've already got long control, remember. They know they have a distinct advantage when it comes to the firepower here. So long seems like the most sensible decision, but they've let middle go.
Yeah, and Twist is going to get that info fast. It could catch the timing. Cirque playing the waiting game. You can see that restraint now. Stan's going to catch him. Oh, but so does Twist. USP bullet lodged in his skull, but he's still kicking and fragging. Takes him down with the MP9. $600 for the grand scheme of things. That T Molotov does flush Stewie back. He could be walking into the stack. Where's Elige with an M4? He's going to be firing off a couple of shots, and Ethan, he's got the perfect weapon for this. They've got so much time on the clock. They don't have to close this gap just yet, but still looking to push where it hurts. Just 2 remain, and this is lovely.
Yep.
Single body dropped.
That's what they needed. Tarek really enjoying himself out there as NRG will keep 5 players alive. They've got plenty of cash here, and they don't even need to bring the AWP out. They've got themselves 3 Kriegs, 1 M4, the AK-47 as well. Team Liquid won't even have the option. They're going to limp into round number 5 here with no kits, no helmets, and bare-bone utility as well. They've only got 1 incendiary, so NRG have all the advantages they could ask for. And they send the bomb towards B. We haven't seen a fast approach towards that mid-split just yet, and that is a very common tactic when you're in this sort of scenario. You know you've got a bit of momentum behind you. They haven't necessarily got the incendiaries. And now, towards lower we go. So that could be on their agenda.
A lackluster CT smoke will keep the B players occupied.
See, they've helped themselves towards middle. We're seeing lots of this sort of mentality, getting the mid control first instead of doing telegraph smokes from outside the mid doors. And you can see that second smoke denies any CTs vaulting on top of the boxes there, getting information over the top. This will be incredibly difficult. Oh, Stewie, he somehow gets 1. He was on the card for 2 there. That's the B bomb site completely taken over. Molotov towards spawn. That landed the smoke. I thought it seemed a little bit early. So not going to get the maximum out of that one, but still looking good for NRG still. They have another Molotov.
I don't see a kit.
That's a good point.
A problem for Liquid, but it does look like they're posturing to go for it.
Another Molotov towards window. I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, second thoughts, it seems.
Yeah, there's the Molotov now. HG to follow it up. Oh, that's going to really hurt Twist.
He's going in.
He doesn't even have time to defuse now, so...
What's he doing here?
Off they go. Making a lot of noise. Of course, Cirque's going to challenge this.
Team on the side, keep him there. Damage done, and NAF will profit from it. That does take 1 away from NRG's grand total.
they're fine with that because Dirk wants to get the AWP out regardless, right? So sure, ideally he doesn't die, but still, he gets another kill down and makes sure they can't actually save 3 weapons. There's a world of difference in 3 rifles saved and 2. They can't necessarily afford to invest around 2 rifles with $3,000 per player, but still, that B split, we're seeing a lot of that in today's game. CTs don't really have that much presence towards middle, normally 2 towards B because the rush seems so prevalent today, and you just get through the mid doors as a 3-man squad, couple of smokes, and you just book it up towards that B side.
The team we saw do that incredibly well was Fours.
Absolutely,
that was the team at the tip of my tongue, very impressive with their mid takes, and oh my god, everyone's hanging out at the flashback party on short. And now as the flash is clear and the dust settles, it does seem like a distinct advantage for NRG. Sure, with the buy, it existed already, but look at this boost. Anyway, your heart out, Stan. Takes down Naf. Twist given an opportunity to survive and live to fight another day, but my goodness, the odds stacked against them. No Kevlar, just the sidearm, that Desert Eagle. It's done ridiculous things in the world of Counter-Strike, but I'm not sure this round is the one.
No, I think you might be right there. This is looking very good for NRG. They've barely made any mistakes so far. Remember, they lost the pistol, Alex, after Nitro got a 4-piece to open things up in this game. You'd think that was a great start for Liquid. They'd be actually firing up themselves at this stage, but no. The force buys continue to be a problem for these top teams, and we'll get ourselves a very convincing scoreline. This was not even a partial buy here. They barely took any money into this round. They'll bring out the AWPs for the first time in the CT forces now, and we'll see if they can start to sink their teeth in. Will they go for the double AWP setup, however, considering the scoreline might be an option for them? Circa's got a very good B spawn.
He does have an opportunity to try and behead that B defense before they set themselves up. Damn, NRG. Quite that statement they've made here on the T side, no less. Up against world and domestic #1 NRG. They're living in their shadow, certainly on the rankings. Now have an opportunity to make quite the statement. Both teams, let's not forget, did pick up their win.
We saw him.
Good connection from Nitro. That's the bomb as well. Cirque's going to want to pick that one up. He's going to try and do so safely, but already there's a lot of action happening elsewhere. Twist wants that aggression. He's been quiet this game, and now he jumps straight into the peak of Stan. Breeze finds himself another one. Stewie and Nitro are locked on B. I think Breeze is going to be clearing out A. He's going to make the call.
Yeah, well, they're going towards the A side with the bomb at this stage. He absolutely has given that information. He's got the AWP towards the crossover. Nitro and Stewie 2K spotted, but not removed. It will be Stewie at 38 HP, but how does he get himself out of this mess? They have another Molotov. If Ethan gets that towards spawn, it's going to be incredibly difficult to do anything with this. I think they're going for the save. It's going to be 6-1. Again, they'll have to let this one slip by.
Liquid look a little uncomfortable here, Henry.
Yeah, they can't get going at all. NRG are looking very good. They've gone for a double AWP setup on the T side at this stage. Whether they keep it is yet to be seen, but we've seen G2 run down the T side earlier in the Challenger stage of the tournament as well to great effect. It was Kenny S and Shoxy there, and it's one of those maps where you don't necessarily have to play to the strat book every single round. If you're feeling like you get advantages in your position with the AWP,
right.
It's absolutely worthwhile. It's just slow the pace down, and you can cause a lot of damage at the start as well if anyone connects with the AWP.
NRG have had this energy around them ever since they arrived here in Berlin.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it jovial, keep it jolly, and so far it's been a recipe for success from them.
Well, remember, they opened things up with a defeat in overtime, on Overpass no less. It looked like it wasn't going to be their fantastic start we were looking for. That was against Dream Eaters, I believe. But here they are. 6-1 up against the world's best, and we said that AWP could have dangerous potential, and it will be Tarek to find a headshot through the door. Stewie 2K removed from the equation, and they have one Krieg on the CT side now, surrounded by those pistols. Double AWP setup working out for now.
Ever since that loss, though, here in Berlin, NRG have gone undefeated. Tyloo, Simon, Avangard, Renegades, which was their first here at the Legend stage. Now looking to go 2-0, and already 6-1 up. Double AWP T side. It's already started off with that bang. We saw Stewie eat lead on door.
Yeah, some teams would be tempted to go for a power play there and maybe go for a fast B, considering they know they've removed the player, but this is also a very viable option as well. Slow it right down, wait for reactive play from the CTs, and have to try and get some map control elsewhere. So pops himself up towards shore. This is looking great for Elige. He's found an opening, but Tarek swiftly takes it away. 3 versus 3. And Legion Nitro incredibly low here as Breezy helps himself towards long. Just one player resides in that bomb site. That's going to be Twists. He has the CZ.
Looking to avoid the invitation to the Secret Service. 007 Twists. He can't make it happen. And now that bomb likely to go down once the call comes in. All clear. And now Nitro and Elige miles away.
Yeah, again, I think they have to save once more. Like, you got a player in T spawn, one towards B. Your money's already battered and bruised, and there's been so many of these rounds where it looks like there's an opportunity, but it slams shut very quickly from NRG there. Tarek with 2 kills. He opened things up to take down Stewie. Confirmed with the second orb shot. And Breezy coming in from long will take down the presence of A in the form of Twist. Like he said, he hasn't actually posted a frag as of yet. 0 and 7. Stewie and Naf with 2 frags apiece. It's a Legion Nitro that had fantastic moments. Remember, Nitro got 4 kills on the pistol, 6 to his name so far. So in the gun rounds, they have been quiet as a unit.
Yeah, we haven't seen a timeout, have we?
We actually haven't. Like, it's still early on in the game. Like, sure, it's alarming right now, but we have seen a lot of T landslides on Dust 2 so far.
That is a very good point, actually. We've seen, in fact, we painted similar pictures before where we're like, wow, the underdog is going crazy. And then it seems that all teams have got quite the affinity for the attack, and that is going to be a counter-terrorist timeout. That's Team Liquid just looking to catch their breath and get their heads in order for the long road ahead. And there is so much more of Dust 2 to come.
Yeah.
World number 1 just going to try and find their footing now, get their star online. Naf and Twists with 2 frags between them, that's a gap. That's something that has to change.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I'm sure it will change very quickly indeed. They will take the tactical timeout, as you mentioned, the first one of their campaign here on Dust 2. They won't go for double orb setup again. It's going to be the 3 rifles and the safe Kree from the previous round. Nice stuff from Alicia. This second kill, it looked like there was something to work with here, but overall, Tarek and Co shutting it down, especially with that opening kill. A lovely shot there. Just letting Stewie know he hit it. Just in case there's any doubt.
Yeah, just in case he's not aware who killed him. It's your boy.
Single orb setup this time. It's nice to throw it in every now and then. You're certainly not going to be focusing on 2 orbs on the T side. Is what you call a default right now from NRG. Preempting some aggression here. There is a change of setup with that flight towards short. Maybe being flashed out at this point. A solid HE takes him down to the 65. Like I said, 2 and 7 for him. Not boosted, looking towards lower. This holding for anyone walking around the corner with the Xbox smoke potentially. Stewie might be left alone at this stage, considering he's just been smoked up by his teammate. Nitro will hold the window at least. So that means mid-control is available once again for NRG if they want to go for the same play. But this is where Naf can come into his own. The flashbang is very good. He doesn't hit the shot and he'll have to fall back.
You can see it is just such a game of chess. Flashing the corner, Molly in response, and the smokes. It's just back and forth. This double HE does tickle too. Ethan and Stan giggling.
Yeah, this is a great matchup. Liquid are throwing everything they've got toward that short position. They're buying time. But this looks to be the B split now. It was so successful before. Smoke down towards spawn. They have got control. Remember, we saw Nitro towards the window with the Krieg.
Nitro's given the responsibility of tunnels, but with Stewie dying, he's in such trouble. He has to worry about window. Here they come. He can't just be one. Tags up another. He drops. Stand into the site with a double.
And they have Molotov and smokes again. I don't think it's possible for the CTs to go for this, especially when Cirque has that sort of awareness. 4 versus 2, and the CTs towards long. They're going to have to hold on to the weaponry once again. This time, it's a little bit more attractive overall because you have the AWP and residual cash on Nap and Elige, but still, another convincing one there for NRG. 4 survive in total. Stanislaw with 2 kills upon entry, and the mid-split towards B works out perfectly once again. And Team Liquid starting to sweat a bit here on the CT side.
So that the late B split, what's the counter to it? Is it? Do you have to bring the fight to them a little bit? Because you give them so much rope.
They have got so much opportunity to go for that play, and it seems like Liquid are going to have to change things up. I think you want to get maybe the AWP towards middle. I think the double AWP setup would be the best call here because it means you can really focus towards the tunnels with a turret towards that side of the map, and then you can swing players from CT spawn and the B bomb site and have a bit more presence towards that side of the map. I think that's where they need to go towards. The double AWP setup would make a lot of sense to me just to stop this potential. Look, it looks way too easy for them. There's way too much panic going on. They can't fend it off. You can push towards B if you sense it's coming. You've got 2 players waiting to site. You try and push in towards the tunnels to make sure you're not being completely pinned. And here we go. So Stewie 2K and Naf. That makes sense, right? So there we go. See whether he can actually challenge them towards B now. Maybe go for a quick pick and not land to have so much territory on the map.
Again, the flashes are perfect. Cirque just as the player was about to swing. He's Molotov'd off, he's flashed off, and woof. Cirque's not had the flying start in this round. Now just operating with 36 points of health for the remaining.
You can see 2 CTs there towards mid doors. So Elige is going to be focused in that area. They feel very vulnerable on that side of the map. So 3 towards B here. But obviously, that comes with compromises as well. And we twist alone towards the pit, but we have got that secondary orb for Naf watching cars. So you can see, sure, you're spread thinner in terms of manpower, but you're plugging those holes with firepower instead. The sniper's able to hold and find multiple kills.
Dan's Xbox smoke's going to keep Stewie guessing. Nitro in the meantime, just straight through the smoke. That's quite the equalizer. No worries. Now they're going to make it clear they're on their way. Nitro looking to find more than he started with, and that's another double. An important one. There's 2 more in tunnels. He's doing so well to survive. Finally, he's caught off. Molotov forces him to jump straight into the bullets of Breezy. Now Stan, somewhat of an aggressive push from him. Doesn't have the opportunity to trade Breezy. He's the last man standing, and they know exactly where he is. And now Liquid will break what was an absurd run from NRG. 8 in a row, no less. The pistol and round 10. And what Liquid have brought to the party so far.
You saw how comfortable that was now. You can see they could actually focus towards middle. They could actually have some nice crossfires set up. And now NRG will probably go back to the defaults and stop focusing on that side of the map so much. Do Liquid want to run the same setup? Well, time will tell. They've presented that once, and it might shift the mentality of NRG going into round number 11 here. And we'll see if there's any damage done. The smoke will be down, so I doubt it. And they're going to be focusing towards long here. So this is where Naf will be tested with his AWP. Fires off a shot, no damage done. They're going to relinquish control of the long position and focus towards short. It's all about reactive play. If you lose one side of the map, you have to go and reclaim another area. So short, just to make sure they're not isolated on the bomb site here.
An interesting reaction from the CTs, though, is to just completely concede. Naf falls all the way back just in front of Gandalf, going to be holding that long cross from there. NRG, they're going to waste a lot of time here because of this decision from Liquid. Actually, perhaps just going to leave Cirque to his own devices for now. Postured, well, set up rather, in long. Same old Xbox smoke. CT aggression is on its way though. Twists and Liege establishing quite the hold.
Yeah, Elige can call the B's going to be clear any second now. They can rotate players out from B. That's going to be Stewie 2K making his way towards the A side. Twist flashed off, but he will be falling back in due course. He still has presence in the back, and he's going for another kill here. And costing his life, but they maintain the advantage, but not for long. And Stewie 2K from Spawn goes with the jumping shot. Elige is going for the backstab from behind, and he surely won the round here. So calm, so controlled. He denies the bomb, and now Cirque will be left towards long. Nothing he can really do with this, I'm afraid. 25 seconds coming up. He's got a Molotov and the AWP towards long doors. It seems like Nitro's got his number. Oh, maybe not.
Not when Cirque is hitting shots like that with 20 seconds though. An ambitious Molotov.
It lands.
And runs straight into the crosshairs of Stewie 2K. And so, Liquid, lovely doubles from Stewie and Elige respectively. And puts double digits on the board, force Elige first to reach it for Team Liquid. Stanislaw gave him a real good shot there. That looked impossible, but he found a second frag out of nowhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now this one's starting to warm up. You can see NRG feeling the pressure now. They'll take their first tactical pause. Plenty of money accumulated over their streak of 8 round victories in a row. They will bring out the AK so far. Cirque drops one and presumably will be buying his own AWP. We'll have a look at the frags from Stewie 2K. Okay, that's kind of ridiculous, but I love it all the same. Nice shots from him. Really is coming to his own as a bit of a mainstay orb for the squads. Elige with the perfect backstab. We saw him towards lower B, confirming the tunnels were clear. And they actually keep on 5 rifles here. Suggests maybe they'll pick up the pace somewhat, knowing they're up against 2 orbs on the CT side. Just going to try and overwhelm those. So the approach now for NRG, how can we nullify these AWPs? What executions can we do to make sure they're not such a burden as we get into round number 12? 4 players towards B. Molotov's on short, and it looks like they'll go for a contact play towards the B bomb site. That makes sense. We see G2 do this all the time. You smoke in front of the tunnels, bait out the utility, hopefully get a strong flashbang to bait out an orb shot. But Nitro playing right by the tunnel mouth here. It's a strong position, but he is alone.
I mean, you see players win the round single-handedly and lose the round single-handedly from corners and holds like this from Nitro. He knows it's coming, full flash and caught out, not on Earth. And now Stewie2K, how has he done that? Manages to get the nade and now hunting for his third, goes very aggressive, so is Elige, charging into the site. They don't want to let him have a moment respite, and just like that, Team Liquid, they defend with aggression, fighting their way back into B before the bomb can go down.
That's super strong there from Liquid. Perfectly played. And Stewie2K that will be arriving on the scene of the crime, getting 2 kills. He saw the HE, he threw the incendiary as well, I believe. So just as Nitro heard all the footsteps and all the grenades coming through, the incendiary, the HE kill, and then the orb shot as well. That really slows them down. And what a fantastic shot that was from Ethan as well. How did he get Nitro there? Through the smoke, the flashbangs, and he just gets a 1-bullet headshot with the AK-47. A peek towards middle here, but the flashbang will push Naf towards CT spawn. Money starting to run out here for the NRG side, but it's Cirque with the opening side. Leash out of position, has to try to get towards the A ramp, and the control is snatched away from him as Breezy hits another fantastic shot. The skill on this server right now, Alex, is just unspeakable. It's so good.
I mean, North America as a region has always been known to have the mechanics, and now you see a combination of mechanics and skill. Twists, trying to make this round possible. He's doing another one now. Cirque, he's going to look so damn easy, so damn close quarters. What on earth? Doesn't have to be long range. Still, the AWP thrives. NRG, that was about to get difficult for them. Twists, he did a sensational job of fighting back into the side, but Cirque, he just shrugs it off.
Yeah, that's what we want to see from Cirque. Close range, flashy kills the AWP, making it look easy, and I can assure you that certainly is not. You got Stewie2K, Sadness Smoke, looking to do the exact same to you, but he's just a second quicker, gets the shot off, and he actually managed to open things up as well. This was Naf, and it's one of the most difficult peaks you can take on the CT side. It's such a difficult shot overall, but there it is. Cirque making light work of that one. 9-4, double orb set up with an auto shotgun twist, as Nitro will enter to round number 4 here. They've got bare-bone utility overall. You can see they've got 2 smokes remaining. Nitro waits by the B tunnels here, hoping 4 players will come through with a grey screen once again. Coming to the final few rounds here, this first half. Best of 1 as well in our 1-0 game here. So getting to 2-0 would be fantastic. The best of 3 start again, but in a much better scene and setting than North find themselves in.
Yeah, that's for sure. Naf going to be given an opportunity, and it's passes it with flying colours. No, not what he's doing. Exactly what Cirque did back. Revenge for Team Liquid. Getting 2 and could get caught out with that nade throw. Stan wants to push on this one. Surely not another one. He's going to have his barrel pressed against him, and no. Whistles past into the 3v3. Breezy elsewhere catching another. Bit of a duel in middle. Elige, he can really destabilize Stanislaw, and he's going to do one better, catching his head. Breezy finds his second in the round, thrown into a 1v2, has to clutch to find the 10th here in round 14. Bomb loose, they have the info.
Yeah. They've got a smoke and a Molotov on the T side here. Bomb needs to be picked up first. It's on the wrong side of the doors for him. But the smoke might gain some access here. We'll see if he can just grab it. Nitro presumably starts spamming any second now. Gets nice and close. Bomb recovered. Can he fade away?
So far so good, but Leach got himself onto A site during all of that, and with 18 seconds left, he is allowed access towards the B site just before the CTs.
Now, does he want to throw the Molotov before planting? Goes to the fake plant, and he gets a fantastic shot there. You can see there's not much separation in them in terms of the one-on-one duel. They're both landing amazing shots there, but not quite enough to get the plant down. It'll be Liquid finding their 5th. We set the money, we're starting to run a little bit low on the T side here, but Liquid will be compromised himself. They're going to have a scout for Naf. Nitro on the auto shotgun. There's another 1 versus 1 after that. Stunning shot there from Breezy. Similar scenes for NRG as well. Both teams low on money. As we'll see, Ethan with the Deagle, Khalil out, and Cirque does have his Zorbo without armor as they pick up the pace towards middle here.
Elige was so ready for that with 10 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
That's important. A 5th then for Liquid. The last round then of our first half. It is a best of 1, and Leach is holding that angle. He's so ready. He's so switched on. The bullets are connecting as well. Ethan, not long for this world. Down to 6. It's not the most idyllic buy, though. Let's not forget that. Sure, damage done to Ethan. A player gone, but NRG very much still have a shot of this one. And Cirque shot connects. Naf gone. AWP gone. Into the site they flood. There is no one there immediately to receive them, and NRG be given a lot of time to set this one up.
Yeah, they can go for a really strong planted. It's going to keep it pretty standard, though, towards short. And that's exactly what Team Liquid are heading towards. We've got Cirque with the AWP. Hasn't missed many today. This one will go against him. It's a lead that continues his rampage here on Dust 2. He's looking for the ace here, Alex. 4 to his name. I think he's going to get it. It's Nitro to close things out. And from an 8-1 deficit, we close out the half 9-6. Sure, in favor of NRG, but Liquid started to arrive right in the nick of time.
Elige certainly did. That's 2 rounds back-to-back where he's a big part of bringing them across the line. 9-6 then on the half. We'll see how this domestic derby continues. North America clashing here at the Major continues after the break. Team Liquid do manage to find their footing in the first half of this best of one. Still the lead in the hands of NRG. I'm Machine, he's Henry. This is looking to lock a team in for the 2-0, putting them one away from the champions stage. What
a half Elige had. My goodness, he really lit them up towards the end of that one. So precise, so aggressive. And we'll have a look at the setup for Team Liquid. It looks like to be a pretty common one. We've got 2 smokes, flashbangs, so just they'll go towards long, double smoke the crossover. But you can see a little push here from NRG towards short. 3 players there investigating towards top and middle, but it's all 5 for Liquid heading in the direction of long. There is 1 player waiting for them, however. That's going to be Tarek, and we've seen plenty of players, even with low HP, pull back a couple of frags here and deny this approach, as they'll be flashing towards long at the start. Tarek will know that. He knows he can still challenge, even if they have P250s. He has a nice range advantage with the pistol and positioning as well, but he takes a bullet to the face, down to 10. Can he find one before he's dropped?
The setup from NRG is quite powerful, though. All from short. They can contest as soon as the T's start to show their heads on ramp, but bomb likely to go down all the same. No utility left. It's just going to be the bullets from now on. Nice connection from Cirque. He's arrived. He was the B player, but he's the first to draw blood here on A. Bomb was initially loose, but there's 3 of them. Look at them. They're traveling as a pack, but that's the punish.
Oh my god.
Big from Twists. Somewhat of a collateral. And the round ends with a double of Elige's Glock.
That's insane. What a round that was.
Chaos.
They both had a decent read on their opposition. It really just comes down to those one-on-one duels. Not like anyone really dropped the ball there. Just Liquid managing to close out the very close quarter kills towards the end. Well, we're going to see the force fire response. We absolutely are. I assume Circle with the scout out. We've got 5.7s and Deagles here. 3 5.7 on the CT side. That gun really has had a resurgence here in Berlin. Dropped off for a couple of years, actually, once it was nerfed. But seems like 1 player worked out. Still viable, still powerful. We saw some great plays towards lower B on this very map. They have got 3 towards long. Scout for Cirque and just Ethan alone towards that B-bomb side.
Big picture, very excited to see what Cirque does on the CT side once they get the AWP in his hands.
Absolutely. If the T side's anything to go by, it's going to be quite the showing.
See if Liquid can pick up the must-win. So far, not so good. Great work from Tarek to make things awkward. Tagged up another one, and that's going to be another tag, but Twists keeping Liquid in it.
Well, they can slow things right down now. You can see there's a minute left on the clock. They still have the majority of their smokes and flashbangs. They've got a 4 versus 3 lead. Sure, they've received some damage towards Twist and Nitro, but overall, they're feeling pretty good about this situation. CTs with no defuse kits, no utility, and now no scout. 5-7s. It will have to be. And it seemed they could make their way towards the ace site. Don't have to fully commit to this. Ideally want to drop those smokes towards spawn. Flash over together, trade out the kills, and here we go. Just that.
And here we go. Plenty of flashbangs as well. Breezy's going to have to try and find a very ridiculous headshot, but now Ethan does exactly that. 2-3! Ethan! Unreal with the 5-7. We talk about the pistol. Single-handedly fills the kill feed. Now the bomb's loose, it's so awkward. Ethan, has he done enough? Nafly's trying to contest. There's two from very different angles. Stan will finish it. And NRG, that is going to energize them. My God. An AK as well for their troubles.
Well, if you are cynic towards the 5-7, maybe that's opened your eyes somewhat. That was pretty ridiculous. It looks so controlled. It doesn't require too much spam. If your aim's able to keep up with the weapon, it can do a lot of damage there. 20 bullets released in the 5-7, finding 3 kills in the end. It was looking so good. Remember, just one player was there, Ethan, once his teammate was removed, but somehow he makes that work. Comes down to 2 versus 1. Unfortunately for Liquid as well, the bomb goes down towards CT Sport. Naf had no chance to do anything with it, as Liquid will force by with pistols in the form of P250 and 4 Deagles. A couple of smokes here. Cirque with the initial contact towards middle. No shots landing, but Team Liquid do push him back.
Yeah, you don't blame him for falling back on that one. Yeah. You know there's pistols about to try and drive by you. There's Kevlar involved as well. So, all the trimmings and all the suggestion of a mid to B. The smoke arrives. And likely a second. They don't have one, instead the flash. Tarek, though, he will have an opportunity. He will have a gap, and he can exploit this. They've left one. Elige hoping to get this frag. Good damage. Ethan still in the site, comfortable. Nitro arrives and tunnels just in the nick of time. Elige is there. Naf is there. Ethan, you've got to do so much with this one. They know where he is on bricks. Great to catch the bomb. And now, with the missed shot from Naf, Ethan's got himself a fresh mag and a fresh chance. Breezy's there to support. Elige is only just about to arrive, though. They are starting to put the pressure on. The CTs, they want to fight. Liquid, no health. And Breezy, no hope. Breezy will confirm.
Fly couldn't find the all-important headshot towards the back of the B side there, towards that car position. That was the force buy. Doesn't work out. Liquid now with the full eco on the agenda here, Alex. They're 11-7 down. They've won both pistols on this map. Bear that in mind.
The world's best team wins both pistols in a best of 1.
Well, that's the thing.
Fill in the rest.
We've heard from plenty of players and coaches now that the second round in today's meta is so difficult to win. Like, the force buys seem to be not even a question mark anymore. They always come through. They're always dangerous, especially the likes of NRG and Ethan in his 5-7. It's going to find them a lot of wiggle room here.
I mean, they say the skill in Counter-Strike is always rising, and I think that's part and parcel as to why those rounds are so damn deadly. Stewie is with just the Glock, though. Pushes on Stan, catches him off guard, and A just leaving his hand. He wasn't ready. That should be all Liquid can celebrate in this round, though. They've got, what, a P250? Make it 2. Cirque just playing that headshot angle of great peppering with this M4. He's just slowly pulling them apart. Just 2 remain towards short. Still dancing, still indecisive. And there we have another double kill from Breezy to wrap things up. I feel like I've said that 900 times, and with NRG closing ever closer to that magic number. That's 12 now to 7, Henry. If Liquid were going to come online the same way they did towards the end of that second half, it has to happen soon.
Can happen, but will it? No AWP available, and it will be 5 rifles, not a problem on Dust 2. Just have to work together. They've got a decent long spawn. Nitro might just be up for taking it. At least 22 kills. Nafly, MIA 5-15, having a quiet performance by his standards. Flashbangs go over. Nitro to lead the charge here. Dust 2 is a spawn-based map. You do get these long spawns. You are able to take those and see what happens. They've actually got 4 players out now. They didn't really take any damage. That's a very successful approach. Like we said, now the CTs have to react now. What's the push? Are they going to go towards shore? They can try and get up a B control. Let's say Cirque's decided it for them. As they look to get 2 players by his mid doors as well. They might be looking to overwhelm multiple areas here. Ethan will smoke deeper towards middle just so he can sneak out the doors if required. Just confirming Xbox is clear. In terms of map control, Liquid still focusing towards long. They have double smokes crossover. Considering that's all they have left over, and the map control they have, I'd say just double smoke that position and Molotov the bomb site, try and go up together. That's pretty much all they can do with no flashes here, Alex. They've lost so much of the map here as well. Stewie peeks this. He's in trouble. He's holding for rotations from B and post-plant positioning. He can go for a backstab, knowing they're probably towards short.
NRG's willingness to forego long control is being powerful in the past. At the moment, though, Stewie getting a nice early frag. Stanislaw down. Now they arrive. Tarek looking to catch them off guard. The flash is there. Great work from Cirque. Tarek only getting the one. Twists starting to charge towards the site. Now the Molotov from Ethan will make things awkward. The fights won't be as free.
30 seconds.
Have to go further back. Cirque just playing the waiting game. Ethan's managed to catch another. Naf gone. Twist on the site. Missed. Why is he so ready? As Twist's going to get himself the double. Now he can get the bomb down. His teammates towards long. It's not a long plant though, Henry.
It's certainly not. Cirque will be kicking himself. He knows if he gets that shot, probably is the round, as there was no one to plant in the follow-up. Breezy will be joined by Ethan here. Will they go for the boost? They did it in the pistol. Looks like they'll be attempting it again here. First kill comes in. 2 versus 2 now, but Elise continues that strong form. No problem on the spray down there. It will be Liquid posting their first round since the pistol there. 12-8. And that could have been all done and dusted at that point. If Cirque hits that shot towards Twist on the site, there was no one there to trade. There's no one that's followed up. There wouldn't have been time to plant as well. And the shot Cirque's been hitting so far, you'd say that was well within his wheelhouse to pick it up.
For anyone that's unfamiliar with the Krieg and the SG, that scoped rifle from the T side, there is no one better to watch a masterclass in its use than Elige. He's been playing it even before it has become flavor of the month, flavor of the season. And my goodness, there is a whole lot of players. The entire server is on long. And Liquid, this should be their round. It looks very good. Nice work filling the kill feed in their favor. Just Ethan remains making this a quick one.
Oh, he spots one. Looking to take anyone down with him. How is his aim that precise? It's ridiculous. He'll get one, but it's quite the statement all the same.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes his frags look like accidents, but the reality is he's just that quick.
Yeah. Well then, they took the eco there. As you mentioned, everyone was towards long. Bit of a brawl. Quick round. Get it done, move on. As Liquid look to find double digits here. We always said it's a bit of a turning point, especially when the lead's not that significant. Money not fantastic for NRG, but they haven't got enough of the M4 so far. Do they bring out the AWP? Cirque has been dropped a weapon.
Of course, you can hear the voice of Stewie, and that's a reminder that when the TAC pause is called, both mics for the coaches for both teams are unmuted and the conversation can start. Everyone gets their thinking caps on.
Yeah, it does sound like Stewie doing most of the talking here. He's spotted an opening, sounded like towards the A site.
26 for Elige. That number is staggering.
Yeah, absolutely. Next highest on the server is going to be Cirque of 18, but pales in comparison, really.
Yeah, keep your eyes on what he's doing. Oh, so right, he is going to be the first out on doors. Ahead of the Molotov, he's full flash, though, caught off guard. Nitro's gone, Elige still kicking. Elige is low. Breezy sends him lower. That's exceptional. A double kill, bomb loose, round essentially over. What can Naf and Stewie do? Yeah, he can't walk through that smoke. It'll be grey screen before he even gets out. So Nafly gives up his position once again. Bomb still firmly in the control of NRG. They've still got smokes, flashes. They'll start rotating players over now. They'll keep an eye on the mid doors, of course. That's where the AWP is positioned for Cirque, just to make sure they can't be backstabbed towards CT spawn. And he handles that threat very well indeed. 13-9. Looks like a lock in here. Nafly 6 and 16. I don't think he'll be winning this one. Doesn't even get a look in. As NRG take control once again, and the money is absolutely wrecked here for Liquid, Alex. They have to either force by now with one AWP in Nitro's hand surrounded by pistols, or they take a full eco and allow NRG to get to 14-9. This is no longer an if, but perhaps a when. NRG, they handled that so beautifully. Breezy using that smoke to guise his aggressive return to long.
They have gone for the eco. No armor. Not really anything. A couple of smokes. I think they'll go for the mid split towards middle. Just one smoke on towards spawn, one on top of the box, flash over the B site. That's pretty much all I can see from this round. Even that is going to be Glocks as well. And go Circle right up towards the B tunnel. I think they push. If they hear that smoke goes down to one spawn, these guys might just push in towards the tunnel to take control of that area, allow them to have the site, considering they have an AWP in a compromised position. But now, won't even be an option. Back in towards the B tunnels, Liquid. Trying to open things up here. There's a smoke. Cirque stays in position. He could give up this rifle though. Gets out. Looks like it's all under control here.
Yeah, that was a real gamble. There's two of them up there. Does miss the shot. He has to support his teammates though, and that should be all she wrote. Nice shot from Nitro's Deagle. But that's all. 14 from NRG, 2 away from taking a huge scalp in pursuit of the necessary 3 wins to get you to the champion stage. This would be their second.
So that was the full eco. Even after that, there's still 2 Galils spotted here in the freeze time of round number 24. NRG looking for match point and a 2-0 position here in the Swiss format. On paper, this team looks so strong. We're really waiting to see it come into its own and show us how powerful it is. But this is a nice insight to what it could be, the NRG squad. So much talent, so much potential, and finally seeing it unlocked here. Firm lead into round number 24. 14-9, 2 Galils, 2 AKs, 1 Krieg, and look at the lack of utility here. Breezy has been lighting them up all game long. He continues to apply pressure, this time towards Long. Gets the first, but can't find the second. Elige continues to add to his total.
Cirque responds though from loose and actually has a chance for a second. You can't catch him off guard. Multi-kills are off the charts for NRG, and Liquid down to Stewie to find their 10th. Otherwise, NRG are knocking on match point. Through towards short, there's 2 there. Cirque finds his third. Oh, and they are getting louder and louder. Every step they take closer to closing this one out, and now it's just a brutal barrage of match points that Liquid are going to have to weather if they want to take us to overtime.
Oh, you're absolutely right there. Cirque, solid hold towards Long. He misses one of those shots. That could have been a very different round indeed. I'm looking at the financial situation of what could be the final round here for Liquid. Naf, Stewie, Elige, Twist all have $2,500. Nitro, $4,400. There will be 1 AK-47 in round number 25. This is where it all comes crashing down for the Liquid boys here. Naf, by the end, hasn't had much to say. Cirque certainly has. Elige has done everything he can. 28 kills to his name. But in this half, they've won the pistol and 2 grand rounds. Remember, they won both pistols.
Yeah.
And currently find themselves 6-3 down here. And what could be the final round? 1 AK is in the hands of Nitro. That is it.
Well, you know the conversation for world's best player. There's 3 names. Elige is one of them. And, well, he's getting the world's best player treatment. Something simple, yes. No stranger to. 28 frags and potentially losing this one. Good tag, though. That's Naf.
Oh, 2 tags.
2 tags, Cirque. Thanking his lucky start with Tarek. He's just bringing the aggression, bringing the heat straight down mid. Pays somewhat of a price, but backing away with their numbers. No complaints from NRG so far. Could this really be the last round of play? Liquid to fall to NRG, a team who are on somewhat of a spree after their initial mistake versus Dream Eaters in the Challenger stage. They're on a 5-winning streak. This would be exceptional stuff. Tag still can't convert. Stewie in the flames does manage to find himself just a moment's respite.
4-on-4. Breezy looking to shut this one down. Decent smoke. Oh, damage exchanged. Stewie down to 17, but he did considerable amounts towards Breezy as well. They have everyone in position towards short. Found themselves a second rifle. Cirque with the AWP at car. They have plenty of utility here. Waiting for a mistake on the CT side.
49 seconds. For now, the clock not an issue. Breezy investigating doors, and actually with this, he could really punish. Cirque, however, is going to be the first contact. He's flashed off. We'll have an opportunity to catch them on the cross. Swiss gone. Stewie wants to try and catch another. Cirque just keeps doing it. 2 down and 2 frags away from NRG taking Liquid down a notch. Nav Scout still connecting. That's Cirque gone. That's a big one. And Nitro, that rifle, what can you do with it? He's going to have to clutch with it to keep Liquid alive in this battle. 2 very close quarters. He's going to have an opportunity towards Stan. They've done it. And they've done it without seeing Liquid find 10. NRG, that is quite the statement to the rest of the teams in attendance.
Yeah, absolutely. And we speculated at the start, will Cirque be able to show up against the world's #1? He absolutely does. He looks fantastic there. Some great sequences, a really entertaining game. We always knew it was going to be a banger. It was the game of the day, in my opinion. An American derby on Dust 2 with some of the most talented Counter-Strike players on the planet right now. And we could see it was right down to the wire at times as well. Liquid winning both pistols. It wasn't their best showing, but NRG brought absolutely everything there. Really entertaining.
It has been such a long time since Liquid actually dropped a map, Henry. Actually, dropped a match, I should say.
Sure.
They were actually, I saw someone would crunch the numbers. They were on track to be trying to match NIP's record. Now, taken away from them in Dust 2 and NRG. 69. This wasn't Liquid narrowly falling. This was NRG throwing down the gauntlet, getting, like, I mean, they were getting Larry 10 rounds in. They've got some real confidence behind this roster.
The moment of the match for me is when we've got Ethan in towards CT spawn, 5-7 in hand. Once again, lost the pistol. They force forward 3-5-7, a weapon that's making a real name for itself in this tournament. He gets 3 kills. Now it's a massive turning point, right? If they had got a clean conversion there, it might have been a different story. Either way, that was a great game, and we'll throw it down to our victors on the show floor with Sue.